One of the most relaxing things you can do in your new endless pool is to pop a pair of flippers on like these from Finis. They're Finis rubber fins. They're nice and flexible, nice and long. They're going to encourage you to kick with this longer, straighter leg kick action through from the hips as opposed to from the knees. And one of the most relaxing things you can do in the endless pool is just simply pop them on, set the speed on the endless pool to a fairly comfortable pace, probably around about 30 seconds per 100 meters slower than what you would actually swim at, and just simply kick along in a torpedo position, so it's one hand on top of the other in a nice stretched out torpedo position. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to make yourself as long and as thin as you can possibly be. It's a great exercise for stretching out the shoulders and the upper back and the neck, etc. Or you can do this is just simply pop one hand on top of the other, eyes looking down, big long stream of bubbles in the water, and then make sure that whenever you need to take a breath in, just a very light parting of the hands, head up, take a breath in, and then head back down again. This positioning, this shape in the water, long and thin like a torpedo, is really the most efficient shape for you to cut through the water. Given the fact that the endless pool hits you like a flume directly head on, it's a really good way to actually mold yourself into the water to make yourself as streamlined as you can possibly be. If you can stay and hold that straight line, and start to even shift up towards the front of the flume, then you know you're holding a great shape. And from there, every other position you want to be in within your freestyle wants to try to stay within that long, thin shape. So let's give this a little bit of a go. I'm just going to pop these fins on. Now, some would argue that you don't really need to use fins to do drills. I personally like to use fins because they encourage a better leg kick action and also allow me to focus on what's happening up at the front of the stroke, which is usually critically important, as we'll see later on in the video series. So here, let's have a little go then. On with the endless pool. Let's try this torpedo leg kick.